What's up, everybody? You're watching JoeBox TV, giving you my official post-fight review for the KSI versus Logan Paul fight. Wow. Awesome fight, and I think it's great for boxing, honestly, because both of these guys have a huge following, and I think that will drive a lot of their younger fans into the sport boxing. So, my prediction was KSI would win 4 rounds to 2. I wasn't too far off, but it did turn out to be a majority draw. You got a lot of people running around saying, "Oh, the fight was rigged." No, it wasn't. Watch the fight and you'll see it was a close, competitive fight. I actually agreed with the draw. I had 3 rounds to 3. So, ultimately, I thought his ring IQ would prevail. Sparring against guys like Deji-Jake and Chris Eubank, having that fight against Joe Weller, I thought that experience would pay off. Oddly enough, in the first 2 rounds, it looked like Logan Paul was a more experienced fighter. He had 2 inches in height, and what was impressive to me is he actually knew how to use that height. He knew how to use his reach, and he pumped that jab out very well. Controlled range very well. And he was peppering KSI with that jab in the first couple rounds. I mean, and the follow-up right hands were great as well. He completely controlled the first 2 rounds, Logan Paul did. Then, in round 3, suddenly the fight turns. KSI starts throwing these wide overhand rights and connecting with some of them right over top of Logan's jabs. And it seemed to me that I won rounds 3 and 4 fairly clearly. Now, the swing round, the key swing round was round 5. A lot of Logan's fans will tell you he won round 5. KSI's fans will tell you he won round 5. I thought Logan edged the round out by a little bit. It seemed as though they landed about the same number of punches in that round, so ultimately you gotta look at who lands the cleaner punches, and I thought Logan's right hands and the flurry at the end of that round were just enough to edge out that round. Round 6, Logan almost looks done. He looks completely gassed out. Joe Weller brought up a good point. Those large muscles need a lot of oxygen, and Logan just looked like he was waiting on the bell in round 6. And KSI pounced on him. He capitalized, so again, my scorecard, rounds 1, 2, and 5 for Logan, rounds 3, 4, and 6 for KSI. Majority draw, 1 judge had KSI winning, other 2 had it a draw. It looks like the rematch is going to take place in either Los Angeles or New York. Who do I think is going to win the rematch? I think it comes down to this. Was KSI's comeback in the second half due to Logan's fatigue, or did KSI just figure him out? That's the question. I feel like it was Logan's fatigue, and that's a very correctable problem. And if he fixes that and is in much better condition in the second fight, I think his height and reach advantages that worked so well for him and the jab are just gonna, I think that would be the difference in the second fight. I'll save my official prediction in detail until closer to the rematch, but right now I lean towards Logan. Now, for the co-feature, Jake Paul versus Deji. I must admit, I actually thought Deji was going to win. I was one of the few people that thought Deji would win. I just thought, even though he was undersized, that he had more desire. I thought he would want it more than Jake. Turns out, Jake fought very well, just almost outclassed him. And I gotta give it to him. That jab was working very well, and the body shots just wore Deji down, man. I mean, Deji bloodied his nose, and a lot of people were proud of that, but, like I said, Jake Paul looked to be the superior boxer, and ultimately stopped him in the 5th round. Deji's corner threw in the towel. And it was an impressive performance from Jake Paul. Deji says he wants a rematch. I like to see him in there against Joe Weller or what's the other guy that fought on the undercard? I think his name is Jib. One of those two guys. I'd rather see him against Deji against one of those two guys before he rematches Jake Paul. So like I said, congrats to Jake Paul. I gotta give it to him, man. You wouldn't stand a chance against me. I gotta say, 20 fights amateur experience. Wouldn't stand a chance. But that's a different subject for different video. So, you guys tell me what you think. Who did you think won? Or did you agree with the draw like I did? Let me know down in the comments below. And who's gonna win the rematch? Until next time, JoeBox TV, out.